Alright YouTube, it's Captain Lewis Belmont here, and I'm going to do a little show for you guys right now about pro jerseys and the different stuff that you could do with it. First option, you could get a brand new jersey, like a replica, something like that, of your favorite team, like go to an event, get it signed, wear it at the event, like when they're playing, just rep the team, and then like go home and hang it on your wall and just like keep it up there and just have it as like that cool thing that you've got, and see if it becomes something someday, because who knows, like in 20 years paintball could have a ton of money back in it. There could be some Hall of Fame, and that 2011 J-Rab BRL jersey that you've got, that he won Chicago in and signed, I don't know, could really be worth something. Who knows? But until then, we don't know. So I mean, that's sort of a cool little gamble kind of thing to have, and it's so cool to just have the swag and be able to, you know, wear it for your team when your favorite team, when you're at an event or something like that. And whenever you're just showing with the guys, it's still a cool thing to have like in your room, just to be like, oh yeah, that's Federer's jersey from yeah, back when he played with Red Legion. Yeah, that was that. Oh wait, which time? Yeah, the first time around. That was like that 2005 or whatever. Yeah, that's just sort of a cool thing to be able to say and be like, oh yeah, and he signed it. Oh really? Cool. I mean, it's cool. The other thing that you could do with it is, if you get one that's like game worn, that'd be cool. If you get like a replica, it's still pretty cool because they don't really make too many of those. You know, I mean, there's a lot of different stuff you could do there because there's a lot of variables. We don't know what these things are going to be worth, so you may want to keep them in good condition. But the other thing is, why pay $100 for another dust collector? I mean, like, people wear their the football jerseys that they got or whatever from teams because, like, if you've got a Tom Brady jersey and you go to a Patriots game, you're going to wear your Tom Brady jersey because you want to say, oh yeah, he's one of my favorite players. And that's just cool. But you also want to keep it in good shape so that a couple years from now, it's cool to have, you know, that jersey that you had from way back when, and it's all cool. Like my dad, or my uncle rather, gave me this old Drew Bledsoe jersey from like probably about when I was born. Dude, I don't even know. But it's a really cool looking jersey. It's in really good shape. It's got all the really cool stitching and everything like that. And where I live, people hate the Patriots, but like love the jersey. Like, I get more compliments on that jersey. It's ridiculous. So I mean, when you think about that when it comes to football, it could come back to that kind of thing in paintball. Who knows? And like, when you're looking at how much the game has changed, like, even in this jersey, what I'm wearing right now, I'm wearing this, like, 2006, 2007, Philly All-Americans, Eric Dearman, or Eric, I don't know, I feel like I just messed up his first name. Maybe I got it right, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's a Dearman jersey, and I was watching a Dirter movie, like, a couple nights ago, and I was like, oh, crap, I have that jersey upstairs. That's so sick. Because he was wearing something like it, at least. I don't know if this jersey is game worn, but I can tell that it's not exactly mint. This jersey's really fun though, and it's cool. It's got a lot of cool, like, little historic stuff in it. When you look at this is like 2007 or something. You're looking at how much the game has changed over the course of the past like 5 years. It's absurd. Like, you're looking at this jersey, there is not a thing on this jersey that has not changed. Like, if you look back into like the history of paintball, you're looking at like in the 90s, it was Aftershock, it was the Iron Man, and it was the Philly All-Americans. That was like it. Those were the podium guys, like, period. And if you're looking at this jersey, there's not a sponsor on here that something hasn't happened to. Like, Smart Parts doesn't even exist as a company on their own anymore. They're like, they got, I don't know what happened to them. They got like swallowed up by DLX and GOG. they both go together, I guess. They're like sort of a DLX slash GOG kind of company. They're like melded. But GOG makes lower end guns. DLX makes incredibly high end guns. I don't know where Smart Parts vanished in the process, but I do know that it was sort of absorbed by them. The only thing that still flies under the Smart Parts flag is the Ion, which they just re-released because it was like the pinnacle of cheap paintball, and it's really easy to upgrade. So I mean, like, people like that, and they were like, alright, let's give it another go, and so they put it back out. But Smart Parts on its own is no longer even a company. If you're looking at like V-Force and Draxus, those have changed hands now. Like last year they got bought out by GI Sports, and so now they're flying under that masthead. They're sort of both under that now. They're sort of united again. But yeah, Pro Caps on the whole is now under the GI flag, which is kind of cool. And then the All-Americans, like, disbanded either 2009 or 2010. I'm not really sure. If somebody knows, please comment. And everyone who's watching this, comment, like, subscribe, yada yada, YouTube crap where I'm trying to whore myself out, you know. Not really worrying about that just yet, but you know, I'm getting all these little emails saying, you know, so-and-so subscribed, so-and-so subscribed, so-and-so subscribed, so-and-so commented, and it does feel good to see, like, that your word, whatever you're trying to get out, is actually getting back to people, and that people do give a crap enough to actually comment and give their 2 cents and stuff like that. So thank you to everyone who has done that, and to everyone who hasn't, please do. Share it with your friends, try and get the word out. Captain Louis Belmont, I'm just trying to see where this goes. So, I mean, if it takes off, people could really get something out of it. I don't know. And honestly, if I give it to anybody, if I give anybody a good tip, like, whenever, just give me a like and it'll mean something, you know. It feels good to me, you know. I like helping people, so even if it's in something like this, I want the sport to grow, you know. So every real paintball does. So back to this. Enough with the whoring. If we're looking at these, the stuff again, the All-Americans disbanded in like either 2009 or 2010, and up until that point, they were one of those legendary teams in paintball. Now they just sort of scattered, and all the different players went to different places, and it's like sort of what happened with Strange. Like, I was watching something a little while ago, and I saw like Timmy Probst, Mike Carthy, and Dan Holliday all playing under the Strange logo, and I didn't even hear Damage get mentioned back then. Like, this game has changed so much over the past couple of years, it's crazy. So we have no idea where it's going to be in a few years. We're looking at, you know, these people playing oh man, like the crazy X-Ball format, the old NXL, that was like the best. If they're ever gonna get paintball on TV, like for real, like a regular season, instead of it being like, you know, 4 tournaments a month and a half apart each, if they want to get it to like the way that football is or something like that, where there's like a regular season and then there's playoffs, or there's like the tournaments are more spread out or something like that, where it's like a legit followed sport kind of thing, which would be awesome. It would be under something like X-Ball, where, you know, there's like no time, well, it's only a time limit. There's a clock, there are halves, there is an exact way to play it. It's not like the game can be over in any amount of time between, like, you know, the 6 minutes it takes for this team to just absolutely 7-0 these guys, or go all the way to 20 minutes. 40 minutes of paintball is a lot of paintball. So, I mean, that was a really cool idea that they had back then, to just go with that. And the NXL is gone. I can understand the financial aspect and how that wouldn't really help people who weren't at that level, and how it was really expensive to match it and everything like that. But back when they could support that, dude, that was awesome. That's the coolest idea. That is as close as it will ever get, I think, to a mainstream sport, because there's so much that you can connect it to in the mainstream athletic world. So, that's just my little 2-cent rant about X-Ball, and how that would work with TV and everything like that. If you've got any ideas, I mean, I can't really imagine it being anything but that if it ever makes TV. Like, the Race 2 series just seems like it makes more sense, the whole financial thing, and definitely for the divisional players, for sure. Like, my team, we're still trying to figure out whether we can afford to play Race to 4, or if we should stick with Race to 2 for a little while. You know, so I mean, it is, but it's definitely more suitable for, like, a mainstream sport if it's more than that. That best 2 out of 3 kind of idea. And it's much more like a sport when it's got the whole clock system and the penalties, which you could relate to hockey, and the 5-on-5, which you could relate to anything, and the field, which is about the size of a football field, and the plays, which you could relate to just about anything, and the halftime, and the 20 minutes, and how you can, there's all this strategy to it too, with blowing the buzzer and yada yada. So I mean, that was my little X-Ball rant, but man, okay, getting back to the actual topic. This jersey's kind of cool because nothing on this jersey has not been altered. There's not anything on here that isn't hugely different than it was when this jersey was made. Like, Dearman retired, he's just sort of vanished, alright? I have never heard that name, alright? I had to look back into those videos and everything like that to even find him. But he was a killer back in the day. All these different sponsors are gone. The league is gone. The team is gone. I mean, if you're looking at this stuff, but this is still a killer jersey. It's fun to wear, and everyone, and it's sort of, well, kind of a starting point for, like, a discussion, you know. Given that I just ranted to a little camera about all the different cool stuff about this jersey. So, I mean, that's sort of my little 2 cents about this jersey. I mean, I like playing in it. It's a comfy jersey. It's good padding. It's 5 years old, but it's still fun, and it does its job better than that Vulcan one that I used to wear. So, I'm digging this thing, and I'm for sure going to keep on wearing this. When it goes to prices, don't really spend more than $150 on a pro jersey, no matter whose it is, no matter where it was worn, what it won, who signed it. Don't go over $150. I mean, especially if you're not going to wear it. I mean, like, maybe it'll be worth something someday, but so could this. And I mean, this is sort of, this is a little beat up. I don't know if he wore it. I don't know if it's just worn by whoever, by the guy who sold it to me. But I don't know. I mean, I still think this thing is cool as all hell. And I'm gonna wear this thing until, you know, it's like beaten to crap and I want to fix it up and keep it and lock it away because it is really cool. But I'm not afraid to play in it because it is already messed up a little bit. When something's mint, I want to keep it that way, you know. But once it's sort of been, you know, christened and it's got those little tears on the side and like the little pulls in the fabric, you know what I mean? And then it's got a couple of little stains and everything like that. It's like, okay, it's already messed up a little bit. What more harm can I do to it, you know? So that's my little 15-minute rant on pro jerseys and such. So if you've got any thoughts, if you're looking at any teams, like what you think, like depending on what the jersey did, or where you think the sport could go, comment. Let's get like some sort of crazy discussion going in the comment section. I mean, let's just get something going. I love hearing other people's ideas. I was like born to argue, so I mean, give me something to argue about and I'm in, man. So, like it, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to keep making these, alright? So long as I know that somebody likes these and that somebody is really watching and paying attention, I'm going to keep on making them, but obviously the more people the better. So, thanks for watching, Captain Lewis Belmont, and I'll see y'all in the video or two.